July 4th after prosecutors say he ran into a parked car at a fireworks show, injuring several people, including multiple children. Today, the lead prosecutor told the judge Crouch's toxicology test came back negative, and a member of the Weber County Attorney's Office told me after the hearing they are now ordering a new test that looks for a wider range of substances. But until they get those results back, she said the case is pending. I also spoke with the family of the 11-year-old girl police say was sandwiched between Crouch's truck and another car. They declined to do an interview, but told me the girl is now using a walker as she recovers from a broken pelvis. While this case is still up in the air, Crouch is still facing charges from a separate alleged DUI in 2025. That trial is now scheduled to begin in September. At the 2nd District Courthouse in Ogden, Adam Small, KSL News Radio.
KSL's top national stories. The Senate Judiciary Committee has voted to confirm Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to take the role permanently. His confirmation comes after Blanche provided written assurances rescinding President Trump's so-called anti-weaponization fund. But ABC News legal contributor James Sample says that agreement doesn't rule out more lawsuits.
Individual plaintiffs are still free to pursue claims against the government, and that includes the January 6th rioters. It includes the individuals who were convicted and or pled guilty to beating Capitol Police officers. All of those individuals are still able to pursue claims. This just takes away the separate fund that would have streamlined that process for them.
The full Senate vote is expected this week. Other national stories KSL is following. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says there has been progress made in discussions with Iran and Oman on getting more ships through the Strait of Hormuz. But the secretary says a final agreement has not yet been reached.
The denuclearization of Iran is the ultimate deal. I think the immediate deal, the one that you're seeing a lot of focus on, is the Straits. The Straits, there are ships moving through the Straits. There's oil moving right now through the Straits. So the Straits are open.
He says they're hoping a deal will be finalized very shortly. A suspect has been arrested after officials believed him to be responsible for starting the largest of 3 fires currently ravaging Spokane, Washington. ABC's Alex Stone is there with more.
More than 10,000 acres have burned in the Spokane area. Fire trucks surrounded by huge blazes as crews rush to contain the flames. The sheriff saying 14 people are unaccounted for, but incredibly, nobody has been killed or even seriously injured, despite the flames moving so quickly.
The man has already spent time in prison for killing his father in 2010. Air quality is moderate across northern Utah today thanks to the wildfire smoke from those fires in the Pacific Northwest. The haze is expected to linger at least through Thursday and even get worse tonight. First look traffic. Good afternoon, Ricky.
Good afternoon, Maria. Well, where we had traffic, just a mess yesterday evening along I-80 at Foothill and I-215's East Belt. It's rolling along right now. One accident, not causing any issues, but keep an eye out for it. Northbound I-15 in Weber County after 2700 North. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL News Time, 12:05.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Why settle for a basic night out when all tickets for Utah Symphony and Utah Opera performances are now on sale? And for a very limited time, premium main floor seats to most performances are $29 or less. Enjoy splurge-worthy nights without the splurge with events like Rossini's Cinderella with the Utah Opera, Hocus Pocus in concert, and Saint-Saëns Organ Symphony. Don't wait. Prices go up after August 15th. More at usuo.org/August.
Thank you for joining us for Utah's Noon News, recapping our top story. More than 40 families who were displaced by the apartment fire in Midvale are now getting help to find temporary housing. KSL News Time 12:08. We are getting a sneak peek into what to expect at next year's Sundance Festival as it makes the transition from Park City to Boulder, Colorado. KSL News Radio's Reagan Edelman has details.
The biggest change is that 4 central competition categories are expanding. That's U.S. Dramatic, World Cinema Dramatic, U.S. Documentary, and World Cinema Documentary, where 12 films will compete in each. Festival director Eugene Hernandez also shared some details about the general layout. The films will be played at a variety of Boulder theaters, all within 2 miles of each other, and one on campus at the University of Colorado Boulder has the biggest big screen ever used during the festival.
If you want to make the drive, you can buy a pass when they go on sale in October. KSL Sports, the Utes Fall Camp is officially underway, and kickoff is set for about a month from now. Head coach Morgan Scally says he's proud of the off-season work they did.
Ton of progress in spring. I love what I'm seeing in terms of the energy, the body compositions from the summer, lifting and conditioning. Good first day, 12 periods, really not grueling, just trying to knock off the cobwebs a little bit.
This is Scally's first year as head coach after previously serving as the team's defensive coordinator. SR 153 is still closed between Junction and Beaver. UDOT says it's because of damage from the Cottonwood fire. There are several melted culverts under the highway, making some dangerous holes beneath the roadway. It's in danger of collapsing, so crews are replacing the culverts. The Junction side should be open later this week. The west side still has no estimated opening time. Nightly lane closures on Mountain View Corridor started last night and will continue into September. KSL News Radio's Tammy Kikuchi reports.
Seems hard to believe that the corridor is old enough to need a major repaving project, but UDOT's John Gleason says their mantra of good roads cost less drives their maintenance goals.
13400 South in Riverton and Porter Rockwell Boulevard in Harriman. Certain sections there that have had a lot of wear and tear over the last decade plus.
During the overnight hours, the roads will be reduced to 1 lane in each direction for repaving. They are also including improvements like auxiliary lanes and a new grade separated freeway. Tammy Kikuchi, KSL News Radio.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. What's going on, Ricky?
Couple of problems out there, Maria. One is a crash in Draper. This is eastbound Bangerter Highway at 200 West. That's prior to the I-15 junction. All the vehicles are out of traffic on the shoulder. We're still waiting for emergency crews to arrive. And then in Weber County, we have the accident northbound I-15 about a mile prior to Willard Pleasant View. Again, out of traffic, not causing any delay. All of your Salt Lake County freeways are seeing good speeds. Need fast, reliable local delivery? Let Pigeon Ship handle it. Same day and next day service trusted by Utah businesses for over 10 years. Stop the stress, avoid the trip. Pigeon Ship. Visit pigeonship.com today. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Calling for highs to top in the low 90s with more hazy sunshine today. 63 overnight will bounce back quickly tomorrow to 95. Sunshine and haze on Wednesday afternoon. By Thursday, mostly sunny, 99, and more haze. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Yes, it is pretty smoky, 81 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. And coming up on Utah's Noon News, hearing about a lot of ranchers losing their cattle to the Widemouth 2 fire in Millard County. Look at the latest from Utah's Department of Agriculture. That's coming up, streaming live at KSLNewsRadio.com and on the app for KSL News Radio. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Thinking about replacing your windows? Choose the company that builds and installs them right here in Utah. Advanced Window Products is Utah's local window and door manufacturer that sells directly to homeowners. Nate Orchard here. At Advanced Window Products, there are no dealer fees, No middleman markups and no extra cost to cover someone else's profit. From manufacturing to installation, every step is handled by Advanced Window Products' local team. Every window is custom built in Salt Lake City for Utah's homes and backed by one of the strongest warranties in the industry. A lifetime warranty covering labor, glass, and parts. Even better, it's fully transferable to the next homeowner. Right now, get $2,000 off when you purchase 10 or more windows. Financing is available, and Dominion Energy rebates may help you save even more. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100, or visit us at advancedwindows.com. That's 801-850-9100 or advancedwindows.com.
I want to extend an invitation to stop hiding in the back of photos. I know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
How long can you hold your breath for the photo before you finally have to let it out?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that anymore once you go through Soda Diet and Nutrition, because they will change how you look. I let go of 70 pounds in 5 months.
And I let go of 37 pounds in 3 months. And I remember when I was heavy, I used to wear jackets even in 100 degrees in the summer because I wanted something to cover my waist. Do you know how fun it is to be able to tuck a T-shirt in? This is the simple things in life. Tucking a shirt, wearing shorts, and not feeling, self-conscious is awesome.
Putting a belt on that goes right below your belly button where it's supposed to go?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible. And then it was because of Soda Diet and Nutrition.
Right now, you can get 4 weeks for free by calling 866-800-SODA and just mentioning KSL.
But the time's running out to take advantage of this, so call 866-800-SODA, mention KSL, and get 4 weeks free, because Soda is, say it with me, Amanda, state of the art.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Any Hour Services can help unclog any drain in your house, whether you have a backup, a clog, or a slow drain you want fixed. Call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL News Time, 12:15. The 3 things you need to know this hour. First,
a former Ogden police officer accused of injuring several people with his truck while intoxicated at a fireworks show is being released from jail, and his whole case may now hinge on the results of a singular test. I'm KSL News Radio's Adam Small.
Second, Box Elder County and businessman Kevin O'Leary are asking the First District Court to drop the referendum's request to bring the data center decision back to the people. Third, traffic and weather together, Ricky.
Normal KSL travel times up and down the I-15 corridor between Willard Bay and Utah Lake. One small accident. It's in Draper, eastbound Bangerter Highway prior to the I-15 junction at about 200 West. Everybody out of traffic on the side. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Warm temperatures today with a little bit of wildfire smoke. I'm Matt Johnson.
81 degrees at the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Time now for KSL's top national stories.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. Sources tell ABC News that President Trump called Congressman Max Miller, Ohio Republican, over his re-election campaign after accusations of domestic abuse, which he denies. ABC News Washington managing editor Catherine Falders.
Trump expressed concerns over his candidacy and said it was in jeopardy. Now, according to sources, Miller did tell Trump that he was going to stay in the race.
Senator Bernie Moreno, Ohio Republican, whose daughter is divorced from Miller, says he worries about his 2-year-old granddaughter.
She's going to have high-definition videos. She's going to have news stories. She's going to have everything out there. She's going to read that as an adult going, what the heck happened and why is my life the subject of so much publicity? It is grotesque where we are today.
Moreno has publicly said his ex-son-in-law is not fit to continue in Congress. Oil prices higher amid uncertainty over the Strait of Hormuz. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
Suffice it to say there's been progress made in those talks, but not finality yet. We're hoping that will happen very shortly.
And what's being negotiated now?
The denuclearization of Iran is the ultimate deal. I think the immediate deal, the one that you're seeing a lot of focus on, is the Straits. The Straits, there are ships moving through the Straits. There's oil moving right now through the Straits. So the Straits are open.
But officials and shipping companies say a lot fewer ships than normal are daring to venture through. ABC News Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis.
The price of gasoline now $4.07 across the country. That is the nationwide average, 2 cents overnight and more than 30 cents from a month ago.
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche was confirmed in past hours by the Senate Judiciary Committee along party lines. The full Senate vote could happen on Saturday. ABC's Peter Haralambous.
Blanche's confirmation still faces one more hurdle, with at least 7 other Republican senators previously expressing concerns about his nomination. Blanche can only afford to lose 2 Republican votes for his nomination to survive.
Our Peter Haralambous, and you're listening to ABC News.
Time now for the KSL In-Depth. The Wide Mouth 2 fire in Millard County has already burned at least 68,000 acres. Ranchers are among those who are seeing the devastating effects. Joining me now live with the details is Grazing Program Manager for the Department of Agriculture, Tom Tippett. Tom, thanks for being with me.
Yes, ma'am.
So first of all, how many heads of cattle have been lost?
We don't have good numbers. We're hearing upwards to 100 head of cows are unaccounted for right now. Some of those might be unable to get access to them, but we do know that we have lost cattle on that fire.
Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
We have seen things like this before. Unfortunately, last year, the large fires, the Monroe Canyon fire, this year with the Babylon fire and the Cottonwood fire, very dry conditions. We've seen this across the state.
Yeah, and it's not just about loss of cattle, it's about loss of grazing land, isn't it?
That's right. Hundreds of thousands of acres have been burned. A lot of those are under grazing allotments or some type of grazing situation. When the fire goes over them, you'll lose them for this year, and depending on recovery efforts, you may have to find something for 2 more growing seasons, let alone what lost this year.
So where do the ranchers go from here?
There's a couple different options that you may be able to look at. The Department of Agriculture, Utah Department of Agriculture, has several different loans, emergency-type loans that are available. They also have, through the Grazing Improvement Program, projects that we can help with displaced cattle by providing some interior fences, some water facilities, virtual fences, things along that lines to be able to get them back onto the landscape and grazing again.
Yeah. Is there anything else available to help these guys?
Through Farm Service Administration, there's several different programs. The Natural Resource Conservation District, Natural Resource Conservation Service also has some emergency fire relief efforts going on. DWR, through the Watershed Restoration Initiative, also has some things. So if you have any information or need information, contact any one of those. They can help you.
We appreciate your time. Thanks so much for being with me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Live on the KSL Newsline, that is the manager for the Department of Agriculture, the Grazing Program Manager, I should say, for the Department of Agriculture, Tom Tippett. Let's get you up to date with traffic and weather. It's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. Here's Ricky Meese.
Pretty quiet on your Valley freeways. We had a little bit of busy traffic northbound I-15 in Farmington by the Highway 89 junction in Park Lane. That didn't last very long, but overall good speeds, no problems. Only one accident to tell you about. It's in Draper, eastbound Bangerter Highway, about 200 west prior to the I-15 junction, out of traffic. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. You're going to start things out in the low 90s today. We're actually going to be about 3 degrees below the normal with a high of 92, hazy sunshine. 95 tomorrow, hazy sunshine. We'll go to 99, mostly sunny skies on Thursday. Friday, 103, sunshine, mostly sunny, 102 on your Saturday. And then into Sunday, Monday, how about temperatures near the triple digits, but partly cloudy skies, a sign that there could be a little bit of monsoon sneaking north. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
But for now, we are still stuck in the smoke. 81 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City, and the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. Quick check of the markets. Wow, the Dow is up by more than 1,000 points. A complete update of your money news is coming up next.
Hey, honey, I was thinking about updating the house a little.
A little?
You know, new siding, new windows, gutters that actually work, maybe even a new deck.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I called RGS Exteriors.
Well, that's a good decision.
When it comes to upgrading your home's exterior, the right choice is easy. RGS Exteriors specializes in siding, windows, gutters, and decking that transform the look and protection of your home.
Hi, Tim Brown, RGS Exteriors. My family has been building and improving homes in Utah for 5 generations, and taking care of homeowners is something we take very serious. With over 1,300 5-star Google reviews, 21 Best of State awards, and our 10-year workmanship warranty, homeowners know they can trust RGS. Over 200,000 families across Utah have trusted RGS Exteriors with their home, and so can you. Schedule your free estimate today at 801-280-3110, 801-280-3110.
Something big is coming to South Salt Lake. Join Go Pave Utah on Friday, August 7th from 11 to 1 for our free block party featuring food, drinks, snow cones, virtual golf, and to unveil a giant mural by artist Marcus Medina. Over 200 feet, transforming Go Pave's headquarters into an art landmark. Join Go Pave School Supply Drop-Off, benefiting children at Guadalupe schools, and a separate partnership with Make-A-Wish Utah. August 7th at 2575 South, 900 West in South Salt Lake. Go Pave Utah. Building community, one project at a time.
This water bottle is 1 cent. Should we get it? Yeah, it's literally 1 cent.
A penny? Sounds perfect until you spot the $90 shipping. These are the traps hiding in your back-to-school budget. You're the one doing the math at checkout, so we did the homework. From shrinking notebook sizes to backpack surprises.
55. Too much for a backpack.
KSL's Matt Gephardt shows you exactly where to spend less and send your kids to class ready. Back to school bargains Thursday at 10.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
KSL News Time 1225. Investors will get to hear from Elon Musk himself during SpaceX's first earnings call as a public company this afternoon. ABC's Sherry Preston has details.
When SpaceX first went public in mid-June, the stock price jumped, making Elon Musk the world's first trillionaire. Since then, the SpaceX shares have fallen by half, and Musk is only worth about $726 billion, according to Forbes. During the company's first earnings call this afternoon, investors are expected to ask Musk when he expects to finish testing the Starship rockets that NASA hopes to use to send humans to the moon, what the future of SpaceX's satellite company is, and how much SpaceX expects to spend on its as-of-now money-losing AI business, Grok. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Watching Utah's Money, the company behind Taco Bell, Yum Brands, says the sales were hurt this quarter by the cyclosporiasis outbreak, but they don't expect it to last for long. According to CNBC, sales only ever fell by 2%. They're already marching back towards normal levels. Company behind Dodge and Jeep is betting big on little cars. Stellantis automakers are stepping into the space of LSVs, electric low-speed vehicles. CNBC says it's an affordable alternative that's a step below a light car and a step above a golf cart. Here's a tongue twister for you. Prime Shake Frosted Blueberry Pop-Tart Drink. That is the latest protein-packed product hitting shelves near you. Prime is the sports drink company founded by YouTuber turned WWE wrestler Logan Paul, and they're teaming up with the Pop-Tart company to bring you a drink with a staggering 32 grams of protein, and 3 grams of sugar. Taking a look at your money at this moment, talk about staggering. The Dow up by more than 1,000 points, up nearly 2%. It sits right now at 54,186. S&P is up by 146 points, again about 2%. The NASDAQ, though, it's up by 2 3/4%, up by 702 points.
They say that artists need tears.
Pop, rock, jazz, classical, whatever genre is, Spotify has got it. The music streaming app has reached 300 million customers. That's only those that are on the paid tier. There are about 777 million people streaming, including those who use the free version.
KSL Brightside.
All I've been watching for the last 5 minutes is just you caressing and fondling that ice cream.
With Ethan and Alex.
I'm never gonna dance again. So I just assumed it was you.
KSL Brightside. Streaming from 1 to 3 on YouTube or on the KSL News Radio app.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. I'm here with Monty from Connecticut Quality Water Systems of Salt Lake, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. And I was thinking the other day, Monty, that every water softener I've ever seen has a giant tank that holds bags and bags of water softener salt. Well, except one, the one I have in my home. And I picture this, my Connecticut has the little salt tank about the size of a paper shredder or a small trash can.
Well, Doug, that's because the Connecticut water softeners use so much less salt, an average of 70% less than other water softeners. So you don't need a tank that holds 6 or 8 bags of salt.
I love the fact that it's so easy to fill because I don't have to lift those bags up so high, and it seems like those bags of salt, well, they're getting heavier every year.
Yes, it does. When you're using 1 bag of salt for every 3 a regular water softener uses, there's no need for a large salt tank.
Tired of lifting those heavy salt bags to fill your giant water softener salt tank? Go to softwaterutah.com. That's softwaterutah.com.
This week's movie show brought to you by Sound Sleep. Get a free sleep screening and a free sleep consultation by tuning in on Friday mornings. Sound Sleep with 6 locations in Utah. Traffic and weather, it's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. Ricky?
Well, freeway traffic still rolling along and looking good, but in the Murray area, we're seeing some traffic backed up on State Street, particularly on the southbound side, going from Vine Street towards 5300 South. So the drive does seem to be a little bit jammed up in that area, about 4800 South, just past that. Just keep that in mind if that's where your noontime drive travels take you. And we still have the cleanup of the crash in Draper, eastbound Bangerter Highway, about 200 west before the I-15 junction, but everybody out of traffic and no delay. Make your summer plans more rewarding with double points on gas and groceries using your Rewards Visa from Cyprus Credit Union. Learn more at cypruscu.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Hey, we've got highs topping in the low 90s, sunshine, but a film of haze courtesy of wildfire smoke from the northwest. 63 overnight, pretty refreshing temperature-wise, but tomorrow we'll go to 95, sunshine. Hazy sunshine with a high of 99 on Thursday. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
Right now, just enjoying the 80s, 82 degrees downtown.
You're listening to Utah's Noon News with Maria Chaleos
on KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Good afternoon. KSL News Time, 1230. KSL's top story this hour. Governor Spencer Cox is leading a bipartisan group of governors in state immigration reforms. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson is live with what we've been learning. Heather?
Maria, this is similar to what Utah's U.S. Senator John Curtis is proposing on the federal level. Curtis spoke about it on Inside Sources this morning.
They know what we need to do, but sadly, we haven't given states the ability to do that. And so we need to do this work on a federal level to give states that type of opportunity.
Curtis says he talked to Cox about it the day after his bill was introduced. Cox will lead a National Governors Association task force with Democratic Delaware Governor Matt Meyer to propose policy solutions for Congress to balance immigration enforcement with economic demands. Cox says that now that illegal crossings have been stopped at the border, it's time to look at giving states and governors more discretion in issuing temporary migrant work permits to help with the state's workforce needs. Reporting live, Heather Peterson, KSL News Radio.
Box Elder County and investor Kevin O'Leary are filing motions to dismiss a lawsuit by data center opponents. Box Elder Accountability Referendum, or BEAR Group, filed an appeal against the county's dismissal of their referendum efforts, which intended to put the future plans for a massive data center into the hands of voters. This new motion to dismiss from O'Leary and the county argues that the group did not provide sufficient facts to back up their claim that the county violated the Open and Public Meetings Act. KSL's top national stories. Suspicion or downright opposition to AI data centers appears to cut across party lines. Democrat-dominated New York was the first state to impose a moratorium on the facilities.
Now deep red Texas has done the same. Governor Greg Abbott, once an ardent supporter of data centers, has shut the door on new ones until the state can audit their potential impact on public water and power supplies. More than 330 data centers are up and running in Texas, with another 250 on the drawing board.
That is ABC's Jim Ryan reporting. Ohio Congressman Max Miller is under pressure to withdraw from his race. President Trump called Miller Monday to say re-election would be tough because of the allegations that he abused his ex-wife. More from ABC's Catherine Falders.
Miller used to work as a senior advisor in the White House to Trump during the first administration, but we know that at least after Trump made those comments last night, they did have a phone call, and that Trump expressed concerns over his candidacy and said it was in jeopardy. Now, according to sources, Miller did tell Trump that he was going to stay in the race. At the same time, he is facing a Wednesday deadline to drop out in order to have a special election to replace him.
Now, this follows previous public statements from the president that Miller was a good person and that he would let the families figure that out when asked about the allegations. The Idaho man who confronted a gunman with his semi-automatic pistol during a mass shooting outside an In-N-Out Burger Saturday is now sharing his story. 35-year-old Jordan Salinas tells ABC News he started training for a mass shooting after one 5 years ago at an Idaho mall. ABC's Trevor Alt has more.
Jordan really emphasized to me that you don't need a weapon in these situations to really make a difference. He said dozens of people sprung into action to help with first aid, and all the actions of the first responders, that all helped so many more people get to return home safely.
3 people were killed, 7 others were injured. Police say the suspect also died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Now they are still trying to determine a motive. A newly unsealed request for a search warrant is shedding more light on the case of a murdered Utah National Guardsman.
It's now been almost 2 years since police say Matthew Johnson was shot while he slept in his Cottonwood Heights home. But now investigators have filed a request for a search warrant with a judge saying a hidden camera may have captured the murder and the alleged cleanup effort afterwards. The newly unsealed request says before he died almost 2 years ago, Johnson accused his wife of cheating on him and pointed to a vent in the ceiling while telling her he had cameras installed in the home. Police want to see whether that camera captured Gledhill allegedly shooting Johnson and cleaning up the scene afterwards. Johnson's body still has not been found, and Gledhill is in custody waiting to see whether she'll stand trial for his murder. Adam Small, KSL News Radio.
Police say a bomb threat called into Intermountain Health's Layton Hospital this morning appears to be part of an ongoing trend in the area. Officials tell us the call came in just before 6:30. Investigators are not sure if this is the same person or a group of people calling in these hoax threats. The family of a 10-year-old girl who survived a non-fatal drowning in Willow Pond is asking for help with her treatment.
Linnea Teowali was playing in the pond with her sister last week when she went under the water and disappeared. By the time search and rescue crews found her, they estimated she had been under the water for about 10 minutes. She was flown to Primary Children's, where she is still on life support, and the medical bills are adding up. Her family has set up a GoFundMe account to help with those medical bills and to help make it possible for her mom and dad to be by her side. Don Brinkerhoff, KSL News Radio.
Beaver City is working to get residents some irrigation water. The town's regular irrigation canal was damaged by flooding after the Cottonwood fire. City leaders are using well water, but it's extremely limited and only allowed to be used in certain areas on certain days. First look traffic. What's going on, Ricky?
Nice and quiet on the Valley freeways, Maria, just how we like it. We do have construction causing reduced speeds at the intersection of Highland Drive and Murray Holiday Road. Ricky Meeson, the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL News Time 1236. If you're looking for a way to jumpstart your weight loss, you need to hear what I've been doing, and that is I've been working with Salt Lake City Fat Loss. I lost more than 40 pounds with this great program. 18 of those pounds I lost in just 1 month, the first month of eating of eating a healthy combination of foods. And, this program made it so easy for me to stick with the plan because first, I dropped the pounds very quickly. But then secondly, it's very easy to follow. And they also make sure that they give you the resources to keep the weight off. Now, I'm not talking about some crazy fad diet either. But I want to tell you what 18 pounds is. That first 18 pounds that I lost, that was 3 inches off my waist and a full dress size. So you can see how you can stick with a plan like that. Find out about it for yourself. Just go to slcfatloss.com to schedule your free consultation, or you can do it in person or virtually. Now, it's so great to be out in the garden working for hours and not having back spasms. Many of their clients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. So that's about a pound per day. Call 801-450-1882 or go to slcfatloss.com. That's slcfatloss.com, slcfatloss.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Thank you for being with us for Utah's Noon News. Recapping our top story, Governor Cox is working with a bipartisan group of governors to start a voluntary state-sponsored visa program similar to what Senator John Curtis is working toward on the federal level. KSL News Time 1238. A Utah charter school is being sued by the state auditor who says they need to disclose how much the executives are being paid. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott has the story.
In a lawsuit, Auditor Tina Cannon argues that public funds mean public salaries. Utah charter academies say the status quo dictates otherwise. Part of the complication is that Utah Charter Academies doesn't pay the executives. They pay a private company called American Charter Schools, who then pays the executives an undisclosed amount. I spoke to a representative from the American Charter Schools and asked the question at the base of this suit, why haven't the numbers been disclosed? He pointed at other companies that take up government contracts like construction companies and food vendors and say they aren't asked to do the same. I also reached out to the state auditor's office, but they refused to comment. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
Getting kids ready for a new school year can come with more expenses than many parents expect. KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera found some Utah families are getting creative to save money.
For some Utah parents, back-to-school shopping looks a little different these days. Layton's Ben Martinez has a son heading into his junior year of high school. He says instead of chasing expensive trends, many teens are embracing thrift stores.
The last couple years has been a blessing because all these kids, they just want to shop the bins, man. He's just like, let me have some money, and he goes to Savers or DI or Goodwill, and I'm about it.
Parents responding to an Instagram poll I posted shared similar experiences. The largest group said they've spent between $100 and $250 getting their kids ready for school, while about 1 in 4 said they've already spent more than $500. Eric Cabrera, KSL News Radio.
A senior at Corner Canyon High School got a perfect score on her ACT. Sydney Hanks got a 36. She says this was her second time taking it. The first time she got a 35.
I wasn't planning on making a big deal out of that one because I like to take it on paper, but the school made you take it on a computer. So I was like, oh, whatever score I get, I'm not going to worry about it. It's just going to be for fun. But then I ended up getting the score I wanted. So
Sydney says she's planning on going to college. Right now, she's leaning towards the University of Utah. Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Ricky Meese.
The earlier crash we had in Draper at Bangerter Highway, about 200 West, that's already cleared. Really didn't cause any problems. And if you're traveling any of the Valley freeways, you're good to go. Good speeds, light traffic, no issues to deal with. Where I am seeing some heavy and slow traffic, it's State Street. It's in between 5300 South And about Vine Street, 4800 South, particularly on the southbound side, we do have some heavy delays there. Otherwise, it's a quiet drive on the freeways and our main secondaries at this time. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Temperatures ride just below the normal today. High of 92, normal's 95, hazy sunshine. Tomorrow, warmer, 95, hazy sunshine, up to 99, mostly sunny skies on Thursday. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
And it's smoky, 82 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City. Coming up on Utah's New News, lawsuits, appeals, referendums, dismissals. Lots of legal back and forth related to the Box Elder County Data Center. We'll try to sift through it all with KSL's legal analyst, Greg Skordas. That's coming up, streaming live at KSLNewsRadio.com and on the app for KSL News Radio. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap. Just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
KSL News Time, 1245. The 3 things you need to know this hour. First,
families displaced by the Midvale apartment fire are finding temporary housing through United Way of Salt Lake and Airbnb. I'm KSL News Radio's Eric Cabrera.
Second, a 10-year-old girl is on life support after she drowned in Willow Pond in Murray. Now her family has set up a GoFundMe account to help with her bills. Third, traffic and weather together, Ricky.
You're good to go if you're traveling the Valley freeways. Just a reminder, in Midvale, the road remains closed in the Fort Union area from last week's Midvale structure fire at 9th East and 7300 South in both directions. Continue to avoid the area. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Low 90s today, but triple digits dialing up for the weekend. I'm Matt Johnson.
82 degrees at the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Time now for KSL's top national stories.
ABC News, I'm Chuck Sievertson. Sources tell ABC News that President Trump called Congressman Max Miller, Ohio Republican, over his re-election campaign after accusations of domestic abuse, which he denies, and that Trump told him his candidacy is in jeopardy. Senator Bernie Moreno, Ohio Republican, whose daughter is divorced from Miller.
This has been brutal, beyond comprehension, and if there's any minimum standard for being an elected official, as I said, he fails to meet that minimum basic standard. I don't care about the politics at all.
Oil prices are higher amid uncertainty over the Strait of Hormuz. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
Suffice it to say there's been progress made in those talks, but not finality yet. We're hoping that will happen very shortly.
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche was confirmed by the Senate Judiciary Committee today. Along party lines, the full Senate could vote on Saturday. Wall Street major indexes flirting with records. This is ABC News.
Time now for the KSL In-Depth. Box Elder County and celebrity businessman Kevin O'Leary, developer of the Stratus Project Data Center, is asking a First District Court to side with them and throw out a lawsuit filed by a group of data center opponents. BEAR, or the Box Elder Accountability Referendum Group, is trying to get the data center project on the ballot. KSL legal analyst Greg Skordas joins me live to break it down. Greg, so how did we get here? Catch us up on this.
Oh, boy, this is a real mess. So if you recall, the Box Elder County Commission
had a meeting, a hearing several months ago to approve or at least adopt a resolution allowing this Stratos project to go forward. It had already gone forward. It had already been moving down the tracks. It was just a commission sort of referendum, and it wasn't, as the plaintiffs, the defendants in this lawsuit have said, it wasn't a significant legal issue. It was just a hearing to say, okay, let's go ahead with the plans for this Stratos project to move forward. And then a group of citizens said, wait a minute, you should put this on the ballot. The voters had the right to chime in on this. Box Elder County Commission overstepped its boundaries and said, let's just pass a resolution and have this thing go forward. And what they were asking is, hey, let's put it on the ballot and let the voters decide.
Yeah, so what are the grounds for this new motion, though, to dismiss the case?
Well, exactly sort of that look, it's an election case, and because of that, you don't file it in a district court. You have to take it straight to the Supreme Court. And what they said was that the court doesn't have jurisdiction, the court that it was filed in, which is the first district court in Box Elder County. They said this is an elections case and should have been filed in the Supreme Court. So there's no what we call subject matter jurisdiction, and they filed it in the wrong court.
Okay, so where do you foresee things going from here?
Well, it's quite an involved motion. I mean, I've been reading it for the last 45 minutes. It's like 30, 40 pages long, and then the county actually joined the motion. So this is filed by O'Leary's group. The county then filed a motion. So the plaintiffs, the group of citizens that you mentioned that have filed asking this to be on the ballot, will have a chance to respond. I assume that'll take maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll go back and forth. And then the trial court, the court where this was filed, will ultimately decide if he has jurisdiction to hear this case or whether it needs to go to the Supreme Court.
Greg, how unusual is it for something like this to end up on the ballot anyway?
I mean, there's nothing usual about this case, Maria, as you well know. I mean, it's just one of those kind of cases that's kind of off the wall, but it's a significant thing for the county, and I think the county commission probably would have been better off at least having the voters chime in because it was such a significant decision. But a lot of times we expect our leaders to make decisions for us and do things and not put every single administrative matter on a ballot. We elect people in positions to do things, and this was the county commission that was sort of moving this forward, and their point is we don't have to ask the voters for every time we, change the parks designation or change some ordinance or something, and this was no different than something like that.
All right, Greg, thanks for reading through that motion for us.
You bet.
And that is KSL's legal analyst, Greg Skordas. Let's get you up to date on the drive, traffic, and weather. It's brought to you by UCCU. Learn how to save more this summer at uccu.com. And here's Ricky Meese.
It's a quiet drive on the Valley freeways, no accidents and no delays. In fact, if you are traveling I-15 north or southbound, you're good to go in Weber, Davis, Salt Lake, and Utah counties. Where we had some earlier slowdowns southbound on State Street between 4800 and 5300 south. That's actually eased. There's still a little bit of busy traffic on the northbound side. And if you're traveling any of the main secondaries, Bangor, Mountain View, Redwood, 7th East, 13th East, no problems reported there. Seeing cracked, curling, or missing shingles on your roof? Don't wait. Save big during S&S Roofing's huge summer sale. From a small repair to a full replacement, SNSRoofingUtah.com. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL 7-day forecast. You got 92 today, mostly sunny skies. We'll rise to 95 tomorrow, hazy sunshine. 99 on Thursday, mostly sunny skies. 103, sunny skies on Friday. Saturday, they're going to go to 102. Triple digits continue into Sunday, partly cloudy. Keep it partly cloudy on Monday with a high of 99. From the KSL Weather Center, I'm Matt Johnson.
A smoky 82 degrees in downtown Salt Lake City, and the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Performance Automotive Bountiful. Quick check of the markets. The Dow losing some ground, but still in record-breaking territory. A complete update of your money news is coming up next.
Every year, thousands of Utahns head into the backcountry to hike, camp, hunt, fish, and explore some of the most beautiful landscapes in the country. And every year, Utah search and rescue teams respond to hundreds of emergencies, many of which could have been prevented. A sudden storm, a wrong turn, dehydration on a trail that looked easy on the map. Things can change fast out there, but a few simple steps before you go can make all the difference. Check the weather, pack extra water, wear the right gear, know your route, and tell someone where you're headed. Preparation doesn't take the adventure out of Utah. It makes sure you come home to talk about it. This message brought to you by the Utah Search and Rescue Assistance Program. Learn more at rescue.utah.gov.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
And I'd like to tell you about my podcast, the KSL News Daily. Every weekday morning, we'll deliver one story explored in depth, plus the 3 things you need to know before your day begins.
But this is new. This is where we human beings are able to trick AI.
This is news with context from the journalists you trust.
Agencies were less than willing to speak with us about this.
Find and follow the KSL News Daily at kslpodcast.com or wherever you listen.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life.
I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
KSL News Time 12:54, a milestone for Flint, Michigan this week, nearly a decade after the city's water crisis.
Officials in Flint, Michigan have announced that they have completed the inspection of more than 31,000 residential and commercial service lines, and that for the first time since the water crisis was discovered in 2014, no active lead lines remain connected in the city's water supply.
That is ABC's Sherry Preston reporting. Watching Utah's money, Italian tech company Bending Spoons has agreed to buy spreadsheet software company Airtable for $1.2 billion. This is the third brand that Bending Spoons has scooped up this year, following ticketing company Eventbrite and AOL. Best Buy has appointed a new CFO as they continue a push into the online space. According to U.S. News, the company actually beat analyst expectations due to high demand for smartphones and gaming consoles sold on their website. Banking company UBS was fined $125 million by U.S. regulators yesterday after Reuters reports that they violated the Bank Secrecy Act, which prevents money laundering. It's the single biggest civil fine ever issued for violating that act. Taking a look at your money at this moment, the Dow up by 980 points. That's nearly a full 2%. The Dow sitting at 54,156. S&P is up by 144 points. The NASDAQ, it's up by 2 3/4%, up by 702 points.
What if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Guaranteed. Well, thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future now through August 24th. Get their best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or back problems, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we help Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And how about working more comfortably, like Dennis?
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it, but I didn't have a choice. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. I could do my job and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's gonna be. It's gonna be positive.
You deserve a better life too. Stop in the Good Feet store today. We have locations in Farmington, Riverton, and Sandy.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Any Hour Services can make sure your AC keeps you cool this summer. Whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just a second opinion about replacing it, call Any Hour Services or visit anyhourservices.com.
KSL Broadcast Group contests are open to participants 18 years of age and older that are residents of Utah, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest may not enter. Persons who have won in the last 30, 60, or 90 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. Full general contest rules are available at kslnewsradio.com/contests.
Traffic and weather together. It's brought to you by UCCU. Auto loan rates as low as 4.74% APR. What's happening on the roads, Ricky?
We are wrapping up our noontime drive on a quiet note. Freeway traffic rolling along and looking good. Our main secondary's in pretty good shape as well. We've had a little bit of busy traffic. North and southbound Bangerter Highway in West Valley at the intersection of 3500 South. No major delays. Road work causing some reduced speeds at the intersection of Highland Drive and Murray Holiday Road. Ricky Meese in the KSL Traffic Center.
Staying in the 90s for the next couple of days before we once again reach those triple-digit temperatures. Not a chance of rain in the forecast until Monday of next week. And even then, just a very slight chance, a 10% chance of rain. Today's high, 92 degrees, then climbing up, 95 on Wednesday, 99 on Thursday, before we hit those triple-digit temperatures. Friday expected to be the hottest day of the week, hitting 103 degrees on Friday. But you know what? The weekend, not much better, still over 100 degrees. Smoky sunshine in downtown Salt Lake City right now, 82 degrees. KSL Brightside coming up next.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon, 1 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. Look at our top stories this hour. A Utah charter school is being sued by the state auditor who says they need to disclose how much their executives are being paid. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott has details.
In a lawsuit, Auditor Tina Cannon argues that public funds mean public salaries. Utah charter academies say the status quo dictates otherwise. Part of the complication is that Utah Charter Academies doesn't pay the executives. They pay a private company called American Charter Schools, who then pays the executives an undisclosed amount. I spoke to a representative from the American Charter Schools and asked the question at the base of this suit, why haven't the numbers been disclosed? He pointed at other companies that take up government contracts like construction companies and food vendors and say they aren't asked to do the same. I also reached out to the state auditor's office, but they refused to comment. Cameron Elliott, KSL News Radio.
Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The Senate Judiciary Committee has voted today to confirm Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to take the role permanently. His confirmation comes after Blanche provided written assurances rescinding President Trump's so-called anti-weaponization fund. But ABC News legal contributor James Sample says that agreement does not rule out more lawsuits.
Individual plaintiffs are still free
to pursue claims against the government. And that includes the January 6th rioters. It includes the individuals who were convicted and or pled guilty to beating Capitol Police officers. All of those individuals are still able to pursue claims. This just takes away the separate fund that would have streamlined that process for them.
The full Senate is expected to vote later this week. And your money at this moment, the Dow is currently doing really well, actually. It's down currently up 1,058 points, almost 2%. S&P is also up about 2%, and the NASDAQ is up more than 2.8%. That's up more than 720 points. Coming up, a couple more days of cooler weather, but triple digits. We're going to be back here soon. KSL Weather is next. KSL News Time 102.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning